My beautiful Aqua Soul family, Aqua gang, What to do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian soul family, Aquarian gang. Holy Angels and Spirit guys, please come through and give us exactly what it is that we need to know in addition to what's already come out for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The messages are, in fact, general, guys, okay? They may or may not resonate. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Cross watchers, you're also welcome here. If you happen to be dealing with an Aquarius, just place yourself where you belong in the storyline and don't force anything to fit, okay, guys? Woo! Promise not to yell in this message. I'm trying to keep it cool, keep it calm, keep it copacetic, you know what I'm saying? Keep it chill. It feels like a very chill vibe. It's like one party here is chilling and the other party is losing their shit because the other party is chilling. Two people in a connection. One person, cool. The other person losing their motherfucking shit. Do you understand? Do you understand me? Do you underhear me? Do you underhear me? Do you understand? Take a moment and click the like button, guys, okay? Before we dive in too deep. As well as the subscribe button if you have not already made it official. We would love to have you join the fam bam, okay? Click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Shoot me a little comment down below, a little hey girl, hey. And let's commence to getting to the BS. Because this is some bullshit, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, okay? I'm not. I feel as though whomever the individual is who doesn't want to see the other person at peace, they had some ulterior motives. I feel like they had another idea of how things were going to go in this relationship, of how things would pan out, of how the future would look, right? They had an idea of what the dynamics would be, who would be in control and who wouldn't. And the person that I think they thought was going to be in control wasn't you. Okay. Let's just go over the cards that have already come out. So we have drastic changes. Okay. Destruction of the old, demising of the old, of old structures. That is posing as the biggest problem. That's what the position of this card is. This is their biggest issue with you. This is their biggest problem with this relationship. This is their biggest problem in general. This person might be a fixed sign because they don't like changes, but you also are a fixed sign, but you're a fixed sign, but you can also see when something is some bullshit, right? Like you can make changes when necessary. It just got to make sense. It's not that you don't like change. It just got to make sense, right? This doesn't make sense at all to this person. Your behavior, only because of the idea, right? There's a story, you guys, that they told themselves. The ending to this story wasn't supposed to go the way that it's going. I feel like it is ending in a bit of loneliness on their end. They may actually feel as though you're getting pleasure out of this, pleasure out of seeing them grovel. If this person hasn't come back and tried to ask for your forgiveness, I don't get them begging because they have too much pride, but there is something about them being lonely, right? There's an energy here that suggests that any other time, because it does feel like the two of you have had cycles on and off. It's very inconsistent. I don't get that they were the one who would extend the olive branch or who would open up the lines of communication first. For some of you, it was yourself, right? Just wanting to keep the peace, or maybe you just saw some of the potential still left in things. Perhaps you still wanted this person at one point in time because of how much you had already invested. It could be a number of reasons, and there's no judgment in regards to that. For others of you, it just happened to organically come back together. Nobody reached out to anybody else, but you're going to notice a shift in this person's energy. It is giving desperado, okay? It's giving thirsty. It's giving desperate. I feel as though this person never really had a reason in their mind to come back towards you because in their mind, they were in control. Okay. So they do feel a bit out of control at this time. So we have drastic changes. Then we have the masculine energy. This card came out sounding a little bit different than what I thought they were kind of guiding us towards message wise. Okay. This has to do with the pleasure in the relationship. I feel like it could be a different storyline for each of you since we're all here as a collective. But the two main storylines in terms of these cards is if you are considered the masculine in this relationship, then this person got pleasure out of diminishing that. Okay. They got pleasure out of being able to be in a position of power, or being the one to take control, being the one to pull your strings, or maybe being the one that you did soften to. That is something that gave them pleasure. Maybe you have a harder exterior, right? You could potentially be somebody who is extroverted, but they got pleasure out of seeing you soften to their touch. They got pleasure out of seeing the softer side of you. And instead of them viewing that as a gift of pleasure from you, because that's not something that you give to everybody, they instead viewed it as a weakness. For those of you who are dealing with somebody who is the masculine in this relationship, then they are a toxic masculine. I feel like they delve into toxic masculinity. So they have a lot of different theories, right? Just like the one about how they thought this relationship would go. There's a lot more where that came from. I feel like the way that this person was raised, they have a certain outlook on how the woman should be, how you should conduct yourself, right? How things go, what they get to do versus what you get to do, right? What they get to do because it's pleasurable to them versus what you get to do. I don't even think they take your pleasure into account as the feminine. As the feminine, they feel as though your pleasure should be seeing them pleased. What? So I feel like these theories definitely had some relevance at some point in time in this connection. It had to have, for this person to be so sure that it was not going to change. But I feel like you are deconstructing. That's what it says in this drastic changes cards. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay, this is an unpleasant surprise. I feel like for some of you, this masculine energy could be you stepping back into your masculine, right? Making decisions based on yourself, taking control over what you do have control over, which is yourself. People who get to be around you, people who can and cannot infiltrate your space, your hemisphere of energy, who you give your body to, who you give your money to, who you give your time to. There's something about this person who thought that they were the only one that can please you. Okay, so in their mind, you would always cower to them because of the way that they put it down, or because of who they are, how they look. It's something here that they feel would keep you tied to them. And I feel as though a part of this drastic change is them recognizing that you know that that's a lie, and that you know that they know that it's a lie. Okay. Yeah, I get this person. Okay, so for those of you who identify as the feminine in the relationship, then this person is now viewing your behavior as masculine energy. Here's the gag with that, you guys, okay? I say it all the time. If you've been following me for any amount of time, it comes up quite often in the readings, right? When we are channeling energy, we don't know if we're talking about a man or a woman, right? It's energy. And the same goes when it comes to the masculine and the feminine energy. That doesn't dictate whether it's a man or a woman, because we all have both. So this person has been taught a very skewed way of looking at gender roles and who plays what part. And this is what the man is supposed to do. And this is what the woman is supposed to do. And this is what I get to do. And you don't get to do that because you're not this. Since you're not the woman in this relationship, then you don't get to do this, or you don't get to ask for this, or you don't get that's not how you should be getting your pleasure. That's not how you should be showing up for me. And listen, here's the thing, right? Everybody gets to decide what works for them. If that's what works for you, baby, then let it work for you. And you alone, bitch. I'm out of here, right? Maybe we're just not a match. Okay? It's not funny. Maybe we're just not a match. I feel like that's the type of time that you were on. You fought for this in the past, but that has changed. Your feelings of indifference are showing up a little bit more harsh. This person is calling it harsh. They're calling it like the cold shoulder, like potentially not wanting to bicker with them or go back and forth. Is sort of like, well, if that's what you want and I know that's not what I want, then maybe we should separate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should go look for the people who actually want to give that to us. You know, that just means we're not a good fit. We're not a good match. And for this person, that's still not good enough. You see what I'm saying? They want you to fight for it, or they want you to conform. You know what I'm saying? They want to be charming enough to get you to cower. It's almost enraging to them that you would take that stance, because that is a stance of power. That's empowerment. Speaking from the very root is empowerment. There's a shift. Maybe you had a wake-up call. Maybe you've gone through an awakening. Maybe some deeper shit in your life has happened that put things into perspective for you for the little, small, minute situations in your life, right? Priorities can really set shit straight in your life. Where this person may have been at top priority or higher on the list of your priorities, I feel life has just been lifing. And it really helped you reprioritize, right? It helped put things into perspective for you. And this person is feeling that. They feel like you're acting different, you're talking different, you're moving different, right? You feel different, your energy feels different. They don't like that shit at all because it doesn't work to their benefit. They want somebody that's going to fight for them. They also want somebody that will conform to their way of doing things, their view of things, because they want to be in control. That's the way that they get to keep control. An unpleasant surprise is your newfound voice. It's a voice of reason, but they don't want to be reasonable. Let's be very clear about that, okay? You are not being unreasonable here. This person is not looking to reason with you. They're not looking to be logical. They're not looking to be analytical. They're not looking to be factual. They're not looking to, none of that shit. None of it. None of it. They don't want it. They never wanted it to change. So this is absolutely somebody who is looking at this as either you outsmarted them, because this is the snake charmer card, right? But if you read the last phrasing on there, it says 2 steps ahead of your enemy. Now, I don't know why they would consider themselves your enemy. I feel like maybe their outlook on this connection turned from competition to enemy because of the shifts and changes that you have been making. Okay, I do see other areas of your life leveling up. I see a pyramid back here, right? So it's almost as if you are reaching a goal here. This does appear to be somebody who knows that you were going to reach certain goals, certain lengths, certain waves in life. And I see this being the type of person to want to stall that. Okay, they like to be of utmost importance. So if other bigger things are happening in your life, then that takes the focus off of them, and they don't like that, right? They want to be your only source of pleasure. They want to be the only thing that makes you happy. They want to be the only thing that you view as your beacon of light, right? They want to be the only thing in your life that's going great, that's going well. Because then that way you will pour back into them even much more. You'll give them credit for shit that they don't even deserve credit for if you look at it from that perspective. This person requires a lot of attention. They require a lot of energy. And I'm gonna just have to keep it up. I'm gonna have to keep it real. I feel like you were into giving them some of that energy initially. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. I feel where the tides turned for this person was when you started talking some other shit. Like maybe there's somebody else for both of us, right? Like maybe we're just not it for each other, you know? It's not supposed to feel like this. I'm not supposed to have to compromise myself, the things that I want, my happiness, you know? I'm not supposed to just be taking breadcrumbs or over giving and shit like that. That's not love, you know? So maybe we're just not meant for each other. You're too calm for them. You're too collected. You're not cursing them out. You're being reasonable. That's making them even more mad, okay? Pissed, bitch. They are pissed. Look, the sun in the reverse. This is crazy. The Empress in the reverse. Are you kidding me right now? And the 6 of Cups, baby. You can't make this shit up. What is the sun, guys? Shall we have a little lesson in tarot? What is the sun? It's a Leo. Number one, for first and foremost, this, right? It's giving Leo energy. This could be a Leo or a Leo rising. That energy is very prevalent. It requires a lot, okay? A lot of compliments, a lot of attention, a lot of communication, a lot of sex, a lot of money, a lot of food, a lot. This bitch is a lot. Whoever this person is, they are a lot. They're a lot to deal with. They're a lot to handle. They're a lot to stomach. They are a lot to digest, bitch. A lot. You held your own in that thing. I'm gonna give you that. Okay, you held your own for as long as you could. I feel like other areas in your life started to take off or started to stagnate. Okay? So they want me to spend a minute in that space they want me to spend a moment on that. This person is taking it very personal, your changes. But I feel like the changes that you are being required to make, because for some of you, these are changes that are getting ready to happen. So if you're not already disconnected from this person, or at least thinking about it, that could be what's on the horizon for sure. Okay. I do see a horizon. This looks like a horizon right here in this loneliness card. Because of course, tarot, in my tarot, it is fluid, guys. Okay. So whenever this video meets you, right, whenever you catch this reading, that's when you're supposed to catch it. Everything in it might not be for you, but there may be some jewels here for you. So that's why you got to tap the fuck in, right? And it can be for the past, the present, or the future. Okay. In terms of your changes, right? You could already feel these changes getting ready, bubbling, you know, under the surface. For some of you, some minor tweaks in your attitude, your energy, right? Like just how you're feeling. I feel like that's where it's starting. It's starting internally. You may start to feel that now, or you might begin to feel that. There's this sense of feeling like lost, you know, like you don't know which direction you're going anymore. You may feel like, I know something needs to change, but I just don't know what yet, right? Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, where I'm going, like looking for signs, synchronicities, asking spirit. Like, I feel lost right now. Where are you taking me? I know the things that I want out of life. How the fuck do I get there? So there's this energy of stagnation. And if I know one thing about an Aquarian, because I am one, okay, you know, we're not all the same. We're all cut from a different cloth. We're all very unique and different in our own ways, but we a community, bitch. We understand each other. We here with it. Then I know that for the majority of us, the quickest way to get our attention is when we don't know what the fuck is going on, especially in our own motherfucking life, okay? Especially in our own mind. What is happening, okay? What's the next step, bitch? And it's like, sometimes you just have a quiet time, right? You have a quiet moment. It does feel like the calm before the storm. You don't know what the next step is going to be. You can feel a big change coming, but you don't know what. And that can evoke anxiety. It can evoke worry. It definitely puts us up in our head. And I feel like that's where your energy was. But this person took it very personal because your attention went from them to yourself. Do they like your attention being on yourself? No. That was never the plan, bitch. That was never the plan. That was never in their plans. It was never in their plans for their attention to be on you or your attention to be on you. They are acknowledging your status. Let's not overlook that, okay? Let's not overlook that. The Empress, bitch. You better act like you know. You better act like you know. Okay? Emperor, Empress, gender doesn't matter. Remember, it's all energy, guys, okay? In terms of the Empress, like I said, we all have masculine and feminine energy. This will be the divine feminine. We already have the divine masculine on the table. So this looks like you calibrating both in your body, okay? In your own energy sphere. This is a major transformation, a major leveling up. It did come out reversed. So the stagnation that you would have been feeling, the pauses that you would have been feeling, like just that energy of what now? What do I do? What is it? Right? Like, why do you keep showing me 222? Why do you keep showing me 1111? Why do you keep showing me 1212? What is it? Tell me, right? Like wanting to pull your fucking hair out because you can feel the come up. You can feel it. You should be able to feel it. If not now, within the coming weeks. And guess who else can feel it? Guess who else can feel it? Everyone else around you. Everyone else around you can feel it as well. Guess who don't like it? Guess the ones that don't like it. The ones who are not in alignment with your path. They will not like this, okay? They will not like you thinking for yourself. They will not like you pouring into yourself. They will not like you keeping to yourself. They will take your hermit mode time very personal. They will take you not answering their calls extremely personal. They're going to take you wanting to speak more spiritual and talking about transformations and awakenings and angel numbers and all of the things. They're going to take that shit very personal. They may mock you. They may talk shit about you. They may talk behind your back. Because guess what? They're not in alignment with that, babe. Okay? With divine love here, that doesn't just mean romantic love. These could be things and or people that you were locked into. Okay, we was locked in. Your best friend, your cousin, your uncle, your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers. That doesn't mean you have to cut people off. That just means everybody is not going to understand where you're going. And there will be people who actively can see energetically that you're going to be more, that you're supposed to be more, right? Like you're heading for more. Okay. Whatever that more is, everybody's recipe is different. This is a level up. This is a leveling up. The Empress in specifics, right? Specifically, the Empress specifically is about birthing some shit from the ground up, whatever that might be. But it came out reversed, and it came out after the Sun in the reverse. So we cannot overlook that. Are they going to try to come back and get in your good graces? Absolutely. Is it because they've changed and they wanted to start over from the beginning and take accountability? Absolutely not. It's definitely giving tests, okay, for a great majority of you. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a friendship here that could be ending. There's another connection here where you have to recalibrate it, right? With the Temperance here, you're going to have patience with yourself and navigating this next cycle, because it will determine how soon you get to some of the manifestations that you were calling in. Things that actually are in alignment with your life's path, with your goals, right? The money that you desire, the quality of life that you desire, the kind of relationship that you desire, the kind of romantic relationship and other surrounding relationships that you desire are in alignment with each other. And everyone that you've been dealing with prior are not all in alignment with that. So this would be why you can possibly feel as if you don't know where you're going just yet. They know where you are going. Okay, this is a period of purging. Now, I do feel like this person, specifically this snake charmer, they thought that they outsmarted the divine, right? I feel as though they felt like maybe their charm was a little bit too heavy for the divine to get you to flip that Empress into the upright. Because let me be very clear. Okay, they said, you said that for a reason. Be very clear. The Sun in the reverse is about darkness, okay? It is almost like the Moon card. It's about illusions. It's about not seeing things very clearly. Okay, so this is somebody who wants to make your vision, your pathway forward, very murky, okay? Confusing. Let me be very clear. Be very careful about people who celebrate or people who want to be around you and they're cool with you when your sun is not shining. That's deep. That's for someone very specific. There's something that they need you to see. Maybe they have been showing it to you. If there's a specific person, guys, it could be a Leo, for sure. I do feel like this person might be in that bunch of people who have to be demoted. Okay. For some of you, they have to be fired altogether, right? It's going to be up to you with the clarity that you're going to receive to decide where they lie on the hierarchy in your life. Some people need to get dissed and dismissed, bitch. Class is over. They failed. They flunked out, ho. They out of there. Bye-bye. Others, maybe they getting left back. You know what I'm saying? They got to go to remedial classes. You know what I'm saying? They're not all the way out the door, but they almost out there. They almost out. They just like this close. And then some people get to graduate to the next level with you. Okay, so that's how they're needing you to look at it. But specifically a scenario about people getting quiet in your happiness, not celebrating with you or not being happy for you when you're happy, but almost wanting to be there when shit is not going right, when things are not going correctly. It's almost as if they're needing you to put a good eye on those people specifically, that group of people. So we have the Page of Wands. Of course we do. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse. Can't make it up. Okay. Do they want you thinking for yourself? No. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And the Nine of Swords. Wow. And then the Two of Cups. Now, how does that fit? You see the bullshit? Ace of Wands in the reverse is about not moving on to a new cycle, because the aces are the beginning of another cycle. So if we have the Ace of Wands, that would be going towards a new passion, going towards a new cycle in life, something that is just being sparked, lit aflame. With it in the reverse, as well as the Sun, as well as the High Priestess, this is somebody who knows something on a spiritual level, way deeper than what you may suspect about your journey, okay, about who you are. They may have figured this out about you a long time ago, okay? And they've been working very hard to keep you from seeing it clear. They've been working very hard to keep you from actually hitting the nail on the head in terms of other people in your life, including them, who are holding you back. Wow. So the Page of Wands for me is a messenger, okay? So that's like a little lighthearted message. Hey, big heading you. Okay, coming out the woodwork, wanting to see if you're still stupid. And what I did say was still, you guys. Am I calling you stupid? No. Is this person calling you stupid? Yeah. Yeah, they are. Empress, why would they be calling me stupid? Okay, that's a good question, doll. And I love you. Okay, I love you all. It's a great question. Well, because you've given them this, right? Six of Cups, you've given them friendship, you've given them kindness, you've given them love, you've given them many of Cups, you've given them a chance to transform themselves many of times over with all these butterflies, okay? They've seen a severe influx in their quality of life. Huge jump, quantum leaps in their money, in their mind, in their energy space, in the type of people that they attract now, right? They're siphoning your energy. So there's a major upgrade energetically, and that trickles to every area of their life. This person is not blinded by what they are deserving of. But what they like to do is operate in a space as if they don't know what they're deserving of, right? Like as if they said rephrase that. They're operating in a space as if they do know what they're deserving of. And what they do is they inflate the price drastically of what they feel like they're deserving of. And what that is all of your attention. Because if you're focused on them, there's no way that you can be focused on you. And if you're not focused on you, then there's no way that you can actually see where you're supposed to be, right? Like where you're going, like what the next step is, or what elevation level you are meant to be going in, or the pathway forward, or who is severely in disalignment with your journey. You can't see none of that shit if you're focused on somebody else. And even if you don't feel like you were that focused on this person, that this is their perspective, okay? So we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, and then the Two of Cups, right? So they are going to bring in some sweet energy because you get more bees with honey is the phrase that I'm hearing. So they must come in with something sweet, some cups, but the intentions don't feel pure, guys, okay? You might say, hey, Empress, if they decided to do the work to become my emperor and we're both the Empress and the Emperor, would that work? Absolutely. Of course that will work. That's a no-brainer. Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? And if they're not going to do it, are you going to stay back and wait for them to do it, or stay back and hold yourself back since they don't want to do it? Those are the real questions. Asking me motherfucking questions. No, just joking. Those are the real questions. Okay? Now, let's hop over to the extended. Okay? Want to see how they're choosing to look at things now. I can kind of see where this road is going, but this can, of course, be something or the thought patterns of their old energy. Okay? Transformation is all within the air, especially with this loneliness card. So perhaps they have leaned into that and have taken that opportunity to level up so that they can be prepared to go to another level with you. But there are no guarantees on that one. We'll just look. Okay, let's see what their next steps are going to be, as well as their purest intentions. Okay, those will both let us know what they're up to. Okay, what they plan to do, how they plan to move, how they plan to approach you, and why. Okay, what they actually are feeling. Are there any ulterior motives? Right? Are they looking to harm or reconcile like they say they are? And that's just so that you can be the most informed in terms of making the best decision for yourself. Okay, we will look at the best possible outcome of things. If you decide to reinvest in this, what are you setting yourself up for? Is this Nine of Swords the indefinite energy of what this person has to offer? A bunch of stress, heartache, and bullshit? Is that what we're looking forward to? Or has shit changed? Are we not able to see the clear truth just yet because we're not there, right? Let's kind of spy a little bit. See what you're setting yourself up for if you do decide to re-engage or reinvest in this. Is it even worth it, right? Does it have the potential to be salvaged, okay? To be this in its purest form, without the lies, without the bullshit, without the egos. And then we'll get into new love, okay? Who, what, when, why? No, just say, yeah. Who's coming in? What are they like? Okay. When are they potentially coming in? Okay. Why are they single? Yeah. What will be the most attractive qualities about this person, and what is the potential of it going into a union? Okay. We will also pull time frames for this person. When will you potentially be seeing this person make their moves? And I also want to look to see if they have transformed. I will look at that specifically just to see if that is even a thing. Okay. So we'll also get some advice. Without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'll put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go cut up.